Hello, Knights of the Roll Table. Thank you for listening. I haven't in a while read some of our awesome reviews from listeners, so I wanted to take a moment to do that. We have this awesome review titled Dying for More on Apple. And it says, "Oh my gosh, I've waited too long to write a review. This podcast is actually the best. I'm brand new to the world of D&D, but listening to the story and the roleplay and the gameplay makes me feel like I've been playing for years rather than months. You guys have awesome storytelling skills, and I just love all the characters. And I'm loving the guest DMs. I can't wait to see what happens to all the characters as the show goes on. Thanks to you guys, I'm taking the leap to be a DM at a local gaming shop." Username for this is Lane MCP3 on Apple Podcasts, which is, as we've mentioned many times before, the best place to leave us a review because it helps us get the word out. It helps more people see the link to our podcast on that platform and others. Thank you so much for heading out to your local gaming shop and volunteering to be a DM. That's what we need to get more players in, and I bet most people listening would be better at it than you think you might be, so consider giving it a shot. And if you are at your local gaming shop, especially at a D&D night, hey, maybe that's a great time to mention the Knights of the Roll Table podcast to some people who might be excited to listen. So we always appreciate spreading the word, rating and reviews, and all of that. Let's get on to the episode. So as always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and make life an adventure.
Last time on Knights of the Roll Table, Sarsa, Branch, Randall, and Tiburon teleported to the grasslands of Elderlock, seeking out a tradesperson known only as the Innkeeper. On their way, they met up with Igneous, a Fire Realm monk, and Knight of the Realm. They find the Innkeeper, who says he can give them information about Melkadoth and Gravely's spell, but it's at great risk to him. In order to earn his trust, he gives them a package to deliver to a den of demons.
All right, so how we're going to do overland travel is I'm going to have one of you roll a d20 and then let me know what you got. So just one person.
I can do it.
You got about a day and a half travel. So this is for the first day of travel.
5.
5. Okay. You start traveling along the grasslands. You go around the lake, past the trees, the forests. You kind of stay on the main path. Eventually it becomes a dirt rocky path, and eventually there's no path at all. It just becomes this grass and dirt and trail that some people have gone on, seems like, but generally undisturbed. And other than some mid to light winds, you don't have too much to worry about on the first day. Sunset comes, you set up camp in a relatively safe looking glade in the foot of the trees and the mountains, and you set about having a rest for the day. Does anybody want to stay up and keep watch, or
Probably
anything
should.
that you want to talk about before?
Oh, there's definitely something that Branch will want to talk about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Branch is going to go over to Igneous and be like, Melvin Gilrud is missing? So Branch and Melvin got to know each other in the headquarters.
Yeah, well, I've been tracking him off a little bit, and the trail's kind of run cold out here in Elderlock, but I don't know that he's in trouble or not, but we haven't heard from him for a while, so
And he is loud, so you would have heard if you heard.
Yeah, definitely. People, if he's in the vicinity, you generally know he's there, but, I've been keeping an eye out. I don't know if there's anything you can do with your animals and druid sense, but you can keep an eye out. I'd appreciate it.
I will ask around with the animals.
Any other discussion we want to have before we head off to bed?
We probably should do something about keeping watch.
Definitely keep watch. I mean, I'm not saying that we should trust that guy completely, but, at least now we've got at least a little bit of a heading to go somewhere. But is there anything else outside of just keeping watch that we should be doing as we're looking out for possibly being sent into, an unsavory situation?
Should we try detect magic on this little thing here or something?
Does anybody have detect magic that we can do that? Actually, does anybody have a way that I could possibly disguise myself? I don't really have much on my person.
I only have alter self. I don't have alter someone else.
I could certainly hide you in the shadows, but I don't think I've got anything to... Well, Igneous does have like a disguise kit and stuff, so like with a long rest he could do some work on actually just like physically making her look a little different, putting a big hat over her horns or something. Like, I got this stuff if you want to do it that way. I don't have any magical means.
A mustache and glasses.
I would just be a tiefling with a mustache. It's not that different. Doesn't really solve our problem.
You look completely different to me.
To be fair, that's probably something I would have tried to look into prior to us leaving civilization.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say that if you kind of had that in mind, you could have stopped at a simple clothing shop and pretty easily found like a shawl or a hat. I mean, it's a little tricky to find a hat that fits your horns, but you definitely have some options with drapes and some things that you've been around long enough to know, like, here's some tricks I have to hide some things. There wasn't really any like magical shops that seemed prevalent in Elderlock.
I mean, she could also just do some big Dolly Parton hair.
Yeah, that is true.
All right. I mean, I could work with this. We could change the color of your skin if you want. I've got a range of makeups here and a couple of robes. Or actually, I also got this. I'm not sure where Igneous got this, but I have Potion of Invisibility listed on his inventory. Right. So, like, you could take this and just be invisible for a little bit, whatever you prefer.
I could have a number of applications. Let's hang on to that as kind of a last resort.
It's 1 hour. Potion of Invisibility is 1 hour long.
Yeah, let's hang on to that. Let's hang on to that as a last resort. We're gonna do my big
all right,
Dollywood hair, and
all right.
And I'll take your disguise kit. Let's see. What do you think would make the most sense? What's going to inspire the least amount of questions?
Igneous opens up a little case and it like folds out and then like folds out again to just like this giant array of like, it has like a mirror in there and makeup and all sorts of things. Like, all right, here we go. I haven't been able to do this in a while. Here we go. Let's work on this.
Is this in the morning? Like after you get some sleep?
Probably, yeah. Functionally.
We'll say in the morning you have this little like makeup, cosmetic session, like an early morning Hollywood call, and you
Igneous wakes up,
Sarsa's hair in the
sleeping and snoring, and like Igneous like wakes her up and like, hey, you want curly hair or like long straight hair? I got a couple of weeks here in my bag.
Stupid.
Sarsa, you there?
Yeah. Here.
What kind of? I got this or this. What do you want? I've been working all night. You got the curly hair here, or the kind of like a straightener kind of thing here. What do you think?
I think curly's bigger is better.
All right, here you go. Kind of like wraps that around the horns, like, okay, here we go, and starts just like full-on makeup, a montage, putting together a
Are
whole
we
new look
making
for
her
her.
look human? Do we want to try and go like orcish? Like what?
Up to you. I got this. I got all the options here. I got some fake teeth. I got you got a little beauty mark I can stick on there if that helps, one way or another. We got some fake tattoos. We could draw tattoos on if that helps.
I already have tattoos.
Right, we can cover up those, though, and we can put on new tattoos if you want those. Or I could cover up those and then put on the same tattoos, but it's not as disguised.
All right.
I enjoy this, and I haven't been able to do it in a while.
Right. Let's just we'll go kind of a paler complexion and something
All right.
neutral.
Igneous, roll a performance check for me.
Alright, how's Igneous' performance? Performance is +1.
And just don't Jarek it.
This is a different
You rolled
character.
a 19 +1. That's a
Hey,
20.
dirty 20. All right, so
Boom, boom, boom.
maybe intentionally or subconsciously, Igneous works for a couple hours into the night and then sleeps for a bit and then has a little bit more in the morning as you're eating, and Sarsa just kind of gives in to it. And by the end, she kind of looks like this big curly haired, almost like an earth genasi, like dark skin, almost maybe not intentionally, but kind of like if Igneous had a sister, it would be, it would look like this. Like now she kind of has the same kind of charcoaly kind of skin tone that Igneous has, a big red fiery curly hair, like that kind of almost matches Igneous's hair, and it's got some gold and yellow braids coming off to sort of hide the horns, and you've got this nice big 9 to 5 Dolly Parton curly hair bouffant. So there we go. Sarsa is
All right.
in disguise.
There you go. You look perfectly normal. You should blend right in.
Right.
And
This is
Sarsa, you
fine.
have +1 to charisma while you're in this disguise.
Does that mean that my normal face it gives me like a -1?
No, it just
Like,
means Dolly Parton is a wonderful lady, and we should all strive to be more like her because she's a kind and generous person.
Much beloved.
Much beloved. It's nothing against your natural fake fictional looks. How do I say this? You're a beautiful tiefling. Not really, but kind of, yes. All right. So you keep moving. Someone else give me a D20.
Oh, I'll do it this time. Why not?
This is for a 8
Who's the
hours.
outdoors person?
8 hours of travel.
Just straight D20?
Straight D20.
That's a 3.
A 3. Okay. Matt, roll a D6.
Okay.
What'd you get?
2.
2. Okay. You head out on your journey and you pass by another lake, and this one has a pretty narrow path between a lake and a forest, and some mountains kind of reach a peak together. Right as you get to where the trees open up into a big field and several hills, you feel the trickle of some warm rain, and it starts to downpour, and you are in this heavy rain with clouds coming in, and you're just getting rained on pretty heavily. So
Good
it's
thing I have
slow.
a frying pan.
You pull out your frying pan. Randall has various things he can hold up, garbage.
Oh, don't worry, guys. I got stuff for you. And he's gonna like make little like umbrellas.
You probably
like,
have
broken
garbage bags that you
umbrellas
can like hand out to people, and like they put their like ponchos.
Little ponchos. Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll get to work. He goes in his bag and he starts pulling out stuff to make a parasol or a shield or a little something to hold up. So everybody.
So you're managed to keep some of your gear dry, but you do lose about half a day's travel. It slows you down essentially. Visibility is Oh,
I do have control water as a 4th level transmutation
okay.
spell. I'm not sure if that has ritual casting or not, but basically, like, I think I can control any freestanding water inside an area that is a cube up to 100 feet on a side. Could I feasibly, like, I can, like, redirect flows or part water?
I mean,
Could I protect us from the water with that?
yeah, if you... How long does that last?
Up to 10 minutes. Oh, that's not
Okay.
very helpful.
I mean, if you want to, you could give yourselves this nice little tunnel effect for 10 minutes.
Just every 10 minutes, she's like,
Use another spell slot. Yeah.
hey, we're going to take
That's
a
up to
rest
you.
eventually.
4 spell. That's
Yeah.
not nothing. That's not worth it.
That's something else.
It's a good idea.
I got a lot of,
It's a
I got
good
a lot
idea.
of storm stuff, so give me a second.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got a lot of stuff. So
For sure.
To make storms, this is like your element. This
I
is where you want
know.
to be.
It's so funny. Every time we have like a big battle where it's like, oh my god, like a big AoE attack, like this would be a great time to use like my call lightning spell,
Yeah.
and we're always indoors. So I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I could never use it. I think I can also take advantage of an existing stormy condition and like control the storm, but that doesn't really help with this. So, but yeah, I can give us at least 10 minutes of respite here and there.
All right. We'll say you get a nice dry rest, and it's enough to snack and, rest up and see how Igneous has been and kind of share stories. Igneous gets to learn a little bit more about Randall and regrets doing so. And and so you keep moving. And by the end of towards the end of the day, there's still a little bit of light just as the sun is cresting over the far mountains. You get to what you see on the map is probably Horn Peak Mountain. And at the base of this mountain, you see a stone obelisk, which has 2 triangular stone slabs next to it. And there are some kind of scrawled markings on the side, separated into 3 parts. And this is where you look at the map, and there is something that's on the map that was drawn by what the Innkeeper said was the demons. And it says 1 slap to get in, parentheses, not too hard. And it has a little badly drawn picture of someone with horns getting slapped. You think it looks like a devil getting slapped.
So I guess the question is, are we the slappers or the slappies?
I think we have to hit Sarsa.
No, I think Sarsa has to hit you, Branch.
No, because the horn one is being hit in the picture.
Well, I don't know what you're thinking, because this fine, my sister here does not have horns. She only has a glorious updo. And,
Oh yes, of course. Whatever was Branch thinking. Do we hit the stone rock thing?
let's just try this. And Igneous slaps Tiburon.
All right, you slap Tiburon, not too hard.
How's
And
the blood taste?
well, you slap Tiburon, and as he kind of recoils, he just kind of phases to the side and disappears.
Oh, I did not expect that to work. Okay.
Me next. Hit me.
Great. Slaps Randall.
Slaps Randall. Randall goes, yay! Just like kind of phases into nothing and kind of disappears.
All right. This is weird.
Who slaps the slapper?
I'm actually looking through my spells because I think I have an answer to that if I don't automatically go at the end.
I'm not sure how the last person's going to go through here. Branch, you got anything?
Branch might have an idea. Who is everyone through now? No,
No, just
Nope.
Randall and Tiburon.
Randall
so
and
we still need to
Tiburon.
hit Sarsa, and we still need to get the other two of us. All right. Why don't you get your sister, and then I will get you, and then we will see.
Sarsa, may I?
If you must, but not the face.
Okay. Where would you like it?
The bum.
Sarsa holds out her arm.
All right. I don't know if this is gonna work. Here you go. Smack on the arm.
Surprisingly, Sarsa kind of looks at it, and it stings a second,
Did it not?
and then you say,
Still here.
"Did it not?" And then she kind of phases out. So it just takes a second. It's a little bit more potent with the face, but it does work on different
Okay.
parts.
All right. It seemed like it's not as good as on the face. You can go ahead and whack me one here. You've got a plan for this, Branch?
Yes. Can you be down lower, please?
All right. Yeah. He kind of gets down on his knees for Branch to hit him.
Slap. In the face.
All right, slap in the face, and Igneous phases out,
All right.
and Branch is left alone.
I
in the
have
rain.
several ideas about what to do here, but I'm gonna start with the obvious one. Branch goes and slaps himself in the face.
You slap yourself in the face, not too hard, and you phase away.
My
There's
backup plan to that.
nothing that
was
said
to
that you couldn't. Yeah, you could. I mean, you could have done Mage Hand. You could have slapped yourself at the same time, or slapped each other.
Ooh, I like that
You
idea.
could have done like a 5-way slap. I mean, like there's a lot of different ways. You know,
I'm like,
it was just kind of. I just wanted to see like, let's throw this in there, and it'll be like a silly slaptastic time. Anyway,
Branch's backup plan was to conjure an elemental and have the elemental slap him.
jeez. Well, good thing that didn't happen. All right. So anyway, you emerge in a round room, in the base of a round room, and all of you kind of have just phased in. It's a curved outer wall with no doors other than the door that you just came through, and as soon as you walk through, the last of you walk through, you notice the door has disappeared. You enter the stone room with 8 risers in a circular pattern. On each riser, there's a column with a symbol carved into it, leading up to a reflective glass and metal disc that's vertically attached. It's turned perpendicular to the center, so it's essentially like a mirror, but it's not facing the center. And in the center of these columns, these 8 columns, there's a bright light shining down from above, seemingly without any source. You can kind of see a ceiling, but there's no light or beam or anything or a hole from above. It's just kind of this sourceless beam of light that's causing shadows from the columns on the outside. On each column, you see some symbols. So there are 8 symbols, one on each column. There's kind of a bear footprint, a crescent moon, a sort of star-shaped maybe sun. There's some squiggly lines. There's a mountain peak with a line through it, a flame, an eye, and a twig. Or a little tree. And those are carved into each vertical pedestal.
Branch points out the back of the map to everyone else.
The back of the map. So the back of the map that was given to you from the demons says, shed blood to see blood. And then in a circular pattern, it says these words: beast, moon, sun, wave, peak, flame, eye, and tree.
Do we need to bleed on the columns?
Or do we need to bleed on the map?
That does not make sense.
Does it have to be our blood? Because I have some other blood we could use.
It just says to shed it, so technically...
Okay, Randall's going to take out the trash that he got from the cook, and he's going to take one of the old pieces of meat out of it, and he's going to, like, wring it out like a rag.
Disgusting.
Like, onto, like, the beast one and see if it, like, onto the column.
On the column?
Onto the column and, like, splash it on there and see if it does anything.
The column
There's technically some
instantly
blood in
gets salmonella. No.
Yeah,
it smells a little bit, and nothing happens after a couple seconds.
Which one did Randall put the blood on?
the beast, the top one. 12 o'clock.
Right. Well, this might be a bit of a stretch, but let's try it. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Moonbeam on the moon column. Just to see. Why not?
So you cast Moonbeam on directly above the moon column. A bright, shimmering, radiant light of moonlight shines down on the moon column. It lights it up. It seemingly nothing happens after a couple moments.
Good. I didn't want to have to waste all my wild shapes trying to figure everything else out. Okay. What if we shed our own blood onto one of the column? This one has a branch on it, so I will go to the branch and cut myself. I don't think I even have a blade because I'm a druid.
You can borrow one of mine.
Okay.
If you have a traveler's pack or an explorer's pack,
I have a needle.
Okay.
From sewing
you can prick your finger, and
Needle
so you put blood on the tree or the little branch. The little tree symbol.
I want to smear it on the symbol itself. Yeah.
Okay. So you take some of your blood and just smear it on there. Mm-hmm. Wait a couple minutes. Gets real quiet. Your finger starts hurting.
Is it still bleeding?
Put it on the map.
I'm gonna squeeze it onto the. I'm gonna squeeze it onto the light, like where the light is shining.
On the light in the center. Your hand lights up super bright as you put your hand in the middle of this sourceless light, and you can't even see it. It's so bright to look at, but you're pretty sure you drop some drops of blood inside. Nothing seems to take effect.
It can't be the map because not everyone will have the map, right?
Can I use my action to move my moonbeam before it goes away over that center light just to see what happens?
Sure. Moonbeam starts to kind of move, and it goes in the center, and it makes the center light even brighter than it was before.
But doesn't seem like there's any kind of reaction on the column.
No reaction from any of the columns.
All right. I'm going to dismiss my moonbeam then, break that concentration.
All right. Moonbeam goes away.
All right, no more moonbeam.
Okay. We have a beast, a tree, a moon, a eye, a sun, a flame, a peak, a wave.
Is there a dish by the columns or anything besides the column? Like, what are we looking at each one?
The column has the symbol on the sort of vertical carved into it that's facing in. And then on top of each column, there's a metal and glass disc that has a reflective surface. Right now, it's facing away from the center. Everything's kind of like the side of each disc is sort of perpendicular to the center. So, but you would assume that it reflects something.
Can we try to turn it?
Which one do you try to turn?
Igneous will like cut his hand so he bleeds a little bit and touch the flame disc.
So
Blood.
you put blood on the flame mirror.
Yeah.
Okay. Blood goes on the mirror. It's now a bloody mirror.
And then he shoots flame in it. Come on, turn.
Nothing happens other than it kind of disperses flame.
And he smears blood down the whole column. Now he's like touching everything with his blood, trying to get it all over the place.
Let's try this.
Can you
And flame, blood and flame all over the place. Very
can you try to
unsanitary.
move the mirror thing on top? I cannot reach.
All right, let's try one more thing. Sarsa takes her hand and she puts it. Does it look like so you said there's the glass that's on top. Is there anywhere that looks like a bowl or anywhere that looks like it's designed to like catch blood or anything? Or is it just the thing in the middle? Or is there anything
Just
by
the light in the
specific
middle.
columns?
There's nothing that's in the center. It's just the map says on the back of the map it says shed blood to see blood.
I'm definitely shedding blood here, and I don't see any blood other than my blood.
But maybe you're not shedding it right. Maybe it has to be somebody else's blood. And so Sarsa's gonna take her hand and basically offer it up to be hit with the flame.
Do it to the eye, because shed blood to see blood. Maybe the eye needs to see the blood. Also, a flame will not bleed.
What? Igneous will hold his bleeding hand up to like the eye side, be like, see? Look, see the blood? Show me the blood.
Nothing happens.
I feel like I'm bleeding kind of a lot here for not a particularly good reason.
Who's holding the map?
I think Branch has it.
You notice that as you're holding it with your hand that you pricked, the blood that was on your finger is being sucked into the map.
You guys were right. How? That makes no sense. Okay.
Oh, what a surprise.
Igneous, come bleed on this.
All right, this is good. There's whatever this leads us to is not going to be like roses and candy here. He drips some blood onto the map.
I'm going to specifically try to drip it onto this where it says like tree on the back of the map.
Sarsa's also gonna walk over, bite the inside of her lip, and spit the blood out on the map.
All right, so a plethora of blood goes onto the back of the map where all the words
It's
are.
basically
and
a blood-borne pathogen nightmare, right?
Yeah, and they start to, as soon as it hits the surface of the map, you see the blood congeal into these different shapes, and it starts to move on its own. And then after a minute, you see that they have formed arrows leading from the center, pointing in a direction in a sequence of events, a sequence of kind of a path.
All right.
I don't have an increased sense that we're working for the good guys here on this. Looks like it's pointing to moon and then wave, tree, flame, beast.
Well, we've got those reflective discs, eh? Maybe we're supposed to bounce the light around.
All right, so try to get the moon to shine on the wave then?
I think first we need to get the middle light to shine on the moon.
Well, it's shining on all of them.
Yeah, see if you can move that little moon mirror.
Oh, I guess it's perpendicular. I see.
Right now, the light in the center is just straight down.
So it's not reaching the.
Right. It's casting kind of a beam. It's sort of like a moonbeam, like what Sarsa did. But there's not enough light that's a beam on its own. It would need something that sends it to one of those mirrors.
Does anybody have a shiny shield or a metal mirror thing?
Oh, yep. Hold on. Randall goes into the bag of trash, and pulls out like a trash can lid, like a old timey Oscar the Grouch trash can lid, and says, "Yeah, I bet we could shine this up. Move the other ones. I'll get this one nice and shiny." And he starts kind of like spit shining it and like
Okay.
shining up the inside.
I guess Branch will go over to the moon one and use his staff to try to like turn the
Okay.
push
you
it so
kinda
that
turn
it's
it-
aimed at the wave.
Okay, so you kind of turn it south, so it's sort of angled
Yeah, I want like
45 degrees or so. Yeah. and
Exactly.
it's
Yeah,
facing
45.
wave.
So it's like so that
Yeah.
it would go right angle sun
Right.
moon wave or whatever.
We've all played
however
Tomb Raider. We know how this works.
that- Yeah. Zelda. Yeah.
Zelda, sure. All right, so you do that, and
Get the rest of them set, and then Randall's gonna go in the middle, and he's gonna 45 degree it to shine on moon.
Okay. Igneous, move wave to point at tree.
as soon as Randall
All right.
puts the trash can lid in the center and shines it at Moon, there's this kind of a hum where a light shines at Moon, and then Moon is hitting the wave mirror, and something has taken effect. The wave mirror kind of is catching the light, but nothing's happening quite yet. So who's moving that?
I'll move the wave mirror to point at tree.
Wave mirror hits a tree. It kind of goes across the way, and it hits the tree mirror.
Go ahead, Tiburon.
Tiburon goes ahead and moves the tree mirror to point toward flame.
Pointing it south, a slight angle,
Sarsa,
kind of goes
Can
to
you-
the flame
can you
mirror.
move the flame mirror to point at beast?
Right. Sarsa walks over and positions the flame mirror. It's beast.
Everyone did
All right,
something.
Sarsa turns it at a angle so it goes in that center, the center top column, and then you hear this kind of grinding stone, and in the center where the light was, the light goes away and a staircase is revealed, and the light goes out. It's a spiral staircase in the middle, about 10 feet across, 10 feet from each direction, and it goes down into the darkness.
Ooh, let's go down there. Randall's gonna cast dancing lights to make some little little
Oh, okay.
floating lights that go down with us.
Excellent. All right.
Yeah, Igneous will also cast Produce Flame to
All right.
create some more light.
So you got some light,
Okay,
and
we get it. You like fire. We get it.
Branch can see in the dark, so he'll just
right.
go. Yeah.
so you head down and you enter into the darkness with some light, coming into another large round room. From the south side this time, not the center as you kind of your brains perceive. It's not from the center of another room, but rather the south side of this new room. So on the opposite side of the room, directly in front of you, lies a floor panel that looks similarly like another staircase. In the center of the room is a glowing ring that's sort of waist high, taking up the greater diameter of the room. There's also some purple and pink glowing crystals, super large, that extend from ceiling to floor, that are coming out from different areas of the wall, just a few. And they cross the threshold of this glowing center ring.
Yeah,
Okay, any
I am not
thoughts on
touching
this?
Someone can throw something at the Branch is not going in to the pink thing. It looks like it will burn.
Randall's gonna take a bent up coat hanger and touch the beam with it.
Touch the beam.
Yeah, with the coat hanger.
Okay.
Just see what happens.
beam.
So nothing really happens when you touch the beam.
Oh, okay. Then he's gonna stick his hand in it.
All right. As soon as you stick your hand in, you start feeling the crystals on the side move slowly closer to the center.
Okay, don't do that. Stop that. Stop.
And as all of you are now in the room, from behind you, the door is now gone, and the crystals are coming from behind you as well. So you are kind of being indirectly pushed towards the center of the room.
Oh, Branch does not like this.
Into where this ring is.
Okay, then what's the thing at the top?
That's the door that you saw on the floor.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like another trap door.
We should go to that door on the ground. The floor door.
As you're trying to... So you're going to cross the threshold of where that glowing ring is?
Do we have another choice as to how to get...
Wait, hold on. And
you could stay and let the crystals touch you.
I don't
is it dark over there? Is it dark where the stairwell is?
I mean, it's kind of dark, but, it's got some glowing light and your light.
I'll try to shadow step over there.
Okay. You try to shadow step, you kind of bamf, and then you just end up in the center of the room.
All right. That did not work. I'll try to misty step over there.
All right. Igneous misty steps and goes away for a second and then comes back in the exact same location in the center of the room. Meanwhile, the crystals are advancing slowly, closer and closer to you. I'm going to need those of you that are standing outside the ring to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I turn into something, but yeah, let's do that first.
20 for Randall.
Okay.
17 for Tiburon.
Dirty 20 for Branch.
14 for Sarsa.
All right.
19 Igneous.
Well, you're in the center, so you don't have to do it.
Oh, good. Well, it would have been spectacular if I did.
So all of you manage to kind of notice that these crystals, these pointy shards, are coming towards you without seemingly much other choice. You kind of leap towards the center where Igneous is, seeing that it's safe. It gives you a little bit more feeling that this is probably where we need to go, and you kind of jump in. The perimeter of the circle is all this kind of glowing pink and purple shards, and now in the center on the floor are all these little kind of octagonal tiles, and 4 of them in sort of a diamond shape from the top down center of the room have this kind of glowing pink light. One of them is about 5 feet tall. That's the far one. It's kind of short. The one on the left is 15. The one on the right is the tallest, which is about 25 feet tall. And the one that's closest to the door that you came in, the sort of bottom one, is 10 feet tall. So in order of height, it goes from shortest to highest. It goes up, bottom, the left side, and then the right side.
And the heights are 10, 15, 20, 25?
5, 10, 15, 25. Approximately. Height is not important here, but it's just one is higher than the other.
All right. This seems urgent, and I feel like we don't have any clues about this.
So then you hear this.
All right. It's sort of a ding-dong. So maybe these are all... They correspond to some sort of a tone. Igneous will touch the shortest one to the north. The, light.
The shortest one?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the
That
shortest.
sounds familiar.
All right, that sounded like the second tone there.
Branch will go hit the bottom one.
The bottom one. Okay. Which sounds like this.
No.
So,
not
because
it.
that was wrong,
Oh,
Uh-oh.
the crystals start moving again. And get a little closer. I need everyone this time to make a dexterity saving throw.
Natural 20.
19.
Safe. You're safe. 19 is safe.
20.
20 is safe.
23.
My goodness, you guys. 23.
Yeah, we're like
Ooh,
tough
13.
now.
13 unfortunately fails. Carlos, where does the crystal hit you?
Probably somewhere near the bum.
Near the bum?
Touch you on the. You didn't try to lick it?
No, definitely don't want
Tempting. So Tiburon, as everyone starts to move, is caught a little off guard by one of the shards that comes in and touches the back of his quads, and it starts to stiffen up. And as you get away, you see your left leg crystallize and start to turn into pink and purple crystal, just the kind of upper half of your leg.
Well, that's not good.
And it's very
yuck.
stiff. You're going to have disadvantage on dexterity checks. Your speed is halved, and disadvantage on attack rolls.
Okay, we need to go to the top one is second. We need to find the first note. Yes.
So you hear that same first melody again.
Okay. Maybe the one on the east side here?
Wait, are you talking about the tallest one
East
or
would
the?
be- East would be
East would be right.
I meant the west side. Yeah, the west left.
Okay,
We
so
want to
this is
do West, please. Thank you.
I should never be in charge of a musical puzzle at all. So someone else needs to take ownership. Of
this is left.
Oh, that's good.
All right, I think that's right. All right, that sounds good.
And then we'll go to the top one.
Yeah.
So left and up.
Yeah.
You kind of get the sense that that worked, because after a couple seconds, you hear another melody.
Oh God.
Left, up, right, right.
It's Simon.
It's left, up, right, right.
So
Left, up,
it
right,
would be,
right.
It would be
I'm at medieval Simon.
All right. So
I
it's
love it.
it's left up, and then it's got to be
Right, right.
It's got to be right, right.
Yeah.
No, just two
That's
rights.
what I'm saying.
Okay. So we go
yeah.
left, up, right, right.
After a couple seconds, you hear a third melody.
Okay. Okay, hold on. It's
Someone else has to do that. I can't parse noises like that.
We know the first four.
it's got to be down and then left, right?
Yeah,
Is
it's
the
gonna
last
be
two?
down, left.
Right.
Yeah, it's
my
down,
God.
left, right.
So left, up, right, right, down, right, left. That's what I have.
No, wait.
Left, up, right, right, down, right, left.
I'm forgetting which sound is which.
I think can we give the sounds a name?
Yeah.
So we got a ding, we got a dong, we got like a dang.
Ding dong dang dang ding dong dang.
Yeah, they're labeled already.
The previous round was left, up, right, right, because that's what that's what we did. And this one, you said that it was down, right, left for the last three.
Yeah.
Who steps on the panels to make that sequence?
I feel like our bard should do it.
Yeah, that's me. I told you I had it.
The crystals start moving again.
No.
That was wrong. All of you make a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh, I rolled a nat 20 plus 10, 30.
Saved. You're looking for above 20.
Oh, well, then I'm dead. No, I'm not
Uh-oh.
dead.
You're
I will
not
get
dead.
hit You're not.
You're not
No,
dead.
that's just what I. That's what I said when I get hit.
DC went up each time.
25. 25.
25 saves.
8.
10.
8, 10, and then what'd you get, Matt?
17.
17. Okay. So, Branch, Sarsa, Tiburon, the crystal touches you. Tiburon, where is the second place that it hits you?
Oh, let's go with the neck.
Ooh, a higher piece of crystal coming in from the upper right touches your neck, and your neck starts congealing and crystallizing, reaching into your chest, and it starts creeping up the side of your face to where the right side of your face is kind of it's hard to open your jaw at this point. You're like Sarsa, where does the crystal hit you?
In my butt.
So Sarsa's rear end starts hardening, and it's crystal hard like Emma Frost, and but it does make it a little difficult to walk. So and then where does it hit you, Branch?
Left hand.
Left hand. Your left hand, and
I usually have a shield there, so I think he would like try to hold it up, but it missed. And
yeah,
would have gotten-
let's say it kind of cracks through the shield, and the shield is still intact, but it does make contact with your brachia, and your left hand and left forearm start crystallizing into this pink thing. So you're kind of permanently affixed to your shield at this point.
help.
All right. The crystal is very close. You get the sense that one more failure would be very, very bad for some of you. So we put in the new pattern, which is left, up, right, down, up, left.
Yeah, that's it. I'm 100% sure.
Jeff and I both independently came to the same conclusion on that one, so I think it's right. But I think we did that last time too.
So this is what you put in. And after a few seconds, the crystals start receding back into the walls. And then you see the trap door, the door in front of you. And you have solved the crystal musical puzzle.
All right.
Crystal chairs.
No
Yep.
lie,
The
whenever I
Crystal
encounter
Simon.
musical puzzle, if I encounter musical puzzles in a game, I always just have Ash do them. I cannot. I have no rhythm, and I can't discern tones at all.
All right. What would you like to do?
We go to the floor door.
Go in there.
The door in the floor. Okay. You're going to go forward into the floor door. Some of you with a little bit more difficulty because you start to, realize that parts of your body have been turned to crystal.
What if I need to fart?
Well, we'll see.
Test shatter.
Descending down the stairs, you move somewhat difficultly, but you successfully move down a ladder in the thin carved rock enclosure, kind of like almost like an fire escape. Once out, you see after about 20 feet of low ceiling cavern, you can cross a threshold into a vast underground cavern. This is an entirely different feel than the previous two rooms. There's kind of a more earthen cave feel. There's small molten lava flows moving between hard black rock with various chains, bones, and bits of residue spewed across the floor. There's at least 10 to 12 different demonoid creatures. They're all some sort of bluish gray with matted mane brown hair around their neck, loincloths and barbed tails, and they have curved horns coming out from their foreheads and long pointed ears. If anybody wants to make a perception check.
I will. 24.
That's
24.
23 for 23
You
for Branch.
you both notice that even from a distance, these guys stink. They are reeking. There's little flies and gnats flying around them. They are pretty rank and not terribly clean. They smell. Randall, you smell divine, kind of wonderful smells of all kinds of, like, oh, where these guys are living the life. Like, oh wow. I mean, they're definitely like speaking your language.
Yeah.
These folks. Let me know, as a group, do you guys approach stealthily or do you approach kind of with good intentions?
Igneous is stealth all the way.
For sure. Igneous is going to approach stealthily.
Hey, give me the box. I'll go.
Sarsa kind
I'll
of
go give him the
adjusts her Dolly Parton hair and prepares to walk up in good faith.
Okay.
Branch will stay back here if you need Branch.
Okay, so Branch and Sarsa are going to kind of hang back. Randall, you said you were going to kind of go in with the box.
Yeah, I could talk to these guys. They
Igneous.
seem like my kind of people.
I said
Igneous
I
is
was
gonna-
approaching in good faith.
Oh, you're approaching too. Okay.
It was,
I'm
Igneous
hanging
is
back.
Okay, you're hanging back. Tiburon?
Yeah, I'll hang back with Branch. I'm
Okay.
half crystal, so,
So-
not gonna be
okay.
very useful.
So Randall and Sarsa kind of behind him approach these demon-looking creatures, these entities, and they kind of, one of them sees you, and they kind of snort and kind of come up, and they're like,
hey there, friends.
I think I speak infernal.
do you speak abyssal?
So Igneous, his most recent level up is that he speaks all languages. Or maybe he understands all languages. I'm not sure, but like in their language, he'll be like, hey, do any of you know?
Or you're not stealthing anymore?
Yeah, I'm just gonna like pop out.
Okay.
up
Do you want to
here.
find out what he said first?
Hey, yo, I'm a friend of Nalfejny. You all know Nalfejny? He's a good guy.
And you hear them say in abyssal, and they say,
Now, Vishni is not our demon lord. We serve another. What is your business here?
No, he's not a lord, but he's a good guy.
Tell us or we will cut your heads off, outlanders.
Wow, rude. Okay. Well, we're here to just deliver this box here.
and you point over at Randall, who holds up the box. They see it, and they're like,
Did you order something?
No, it wasn't me. I did not order anything.
that's what Igneous hears. And then one of the ones in the back says,
Guys, it's for the boss. We should tell him.
and,
Yeah, that makes sense. It's probably to the boss.
So one of the demons kind of scurries away in a side hallway, and you see another larger, much
Igneous
larger.
has been speaking infernal to everybody else's ears. Like, I got this. I think it's going well.
Oh man, I thought the smell thing was really going to hit us off. Oh well.
Yeah. By the way, if you got within about 15 feet of him, you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Dope.
Oh no.
Were they speaking abyssal or infernal, did you say?
They speak abyssal.
Yeah, I speak infernal, but that's not doing me any favors.
Oh, mine was 3.
11.
2.
So, okay. Randall, I'm going to say you have
25,
advantage
baby.
because you're used to the smell.
I should. I got strong constitution.
Yeah, but Igneous and Sarsa. So Igneous, right in the middle of your translation, you kind of
Bleh.
and just kind of turn away, and you get this wave of nausea of like, oh, that is so bad. So you have you can kind of consider yourself poisoned. You have a little bit of like disadvantage on movement right now, and do not want to move closer to these people.
Did my 11 save or did it hit me as well?
It hit you as well. Yeah, so you have this kind of wave of nausea. Not too fun. And this is the guy that walks up behind him, this hulking mass of a entity, horns sprouting from his horns, horns from his elbows and knees, and a small white beady eyes. He's carrying a great sword that looks like kind of a twisted metal insect wing. He's dressed in faded bear pelts around his waist and has large orcish fangs. In a very rough common, he says,
I am Vorgodos, the Breathtaker. You are sent from Innkeeper.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. We bring you delivery from far away.
Why is he not here? We do not like dealing with mortals.
I understand that they. Yeah. He was very busy, and he
He kind of notices your hesitation, and he kind of shoos some of his lesser demons away, and he does not smell as bad. Luckily.
Okay.
So.
All right. Thank you. That's better. All right. Yeah, he was busy right now, but he sent us with this box here. Whew.
Give me the gift that he promised.
He reaches out. He reaches out his hand for large clawed.
He said so you'd have something to give to us.
Perhaps I do. Or perhaps I can kill you and serve your flesh for my troops' dinner.
Yeah, you probably could. That's true, but like it'd be
Give me
easier
the
just to give
box.
us the thing. All right.
Here you go.
All right. He reaches out and takes it, and his hand is about 3 times the size of yours, Randall, little possum hand. And he just kind of picks it up with his like middle finger claw and thumb claw, and picks it up and holds it, and he kind of breathes on it. He kind of and the little latch goes, and it opens up, and he looks inside. He's like,
Exquisite.
and then shuts it. And then he says,
Yes, I have something to deliver to Innkeeper. But since the wretch did not take the time and insulted us by sending you lower life forms, I have something that you need to do for us before we give this to you.
Wait, no, we've done so much already. Are you kidding me? How does everyone, it always turns into, oh, do this one thing for me, and then it turns into, oh, do this other thing for me. Listen, we got other things.
Or we could kill you right now.
Why don't you kill the Innkeeper, but give us the box so that we can go to the Innkeeper and get the information we need first, please?
We do not sully ourselves by placing our hooves and our feet on the land above ground. It is dirty and filthy.
all right.
Well, that sounds like you're scared of it.
What if we offer to get rid of the Innkeeper for you, but we would need the box to trick him?
This is not our concern.
All right, listen, cool your hooves. What is it that you want us to do?
Come with me.
and he starts walking towards a further adjoining room. He kind of walks to the side, and you guys walk down a long kind of cavernous corridor. Several of the lesser demons, the horned demons, are kind of like jumping along and running past you, and some of you try to hold your nose a little bit, trying to block the whiffs of terrible smell, except Randall, who kind of like, and then Tiburon, who occasionally kind of holds himself back from trying to lick one of them. And you emerge into this other large cavern where you see an enormous round metal platform suspended by huge chains, the chains as big as a person, over a fiery pit of lava and molten rock. It's like a giant cogwheel from an enormous mountain-sized vehicle. Tied to one of the chains on the front is a demonic entity, about 8 feet tall with a beard of tentacles, huge black horns, and a long barbed tail. He's armored in heavy iron plate, half helm, and chainmail. He's got a reddish umber complexion and looks like he's been beaten and tortured. He looks up with red eyes at all of you and at all the demons. And in Infernal, which Sarsa understands, he says,
"So, you've brought someone to finish me off. Couldn't stomach doing it yourself."